Okay, I'm back with my thoughts on Love Island Games, Season 2, Episode 3. I thought it was a really great show last night. These are the things that I don't want to forget. I do think that Johnny will have his eye on Garby to be his partner for the end game because he knows that she's a strong player. And I think that Justine will have her eyes on Josh to be her partner because she will know that he's a strong player. I just want to put that out there. Josh, I just want to say, I don't know what's wrong with him. He was so nice in his season. And maybe that's why he's decided, maybe he's like, I don't want people to think I'm a pushover. I'm going to act like Arnold on this show. I don't know what's going on with him, but Josh is really a super nice guy, but he is not showing that. And maybe that's it. He just doesn't want to be a pushover. And that's the character he's decided to bring into this. I don't know if it works. I think it's weird, him and Andrea saying that they're a power couple, because I'm like, who says that? Let other people say that, okay? So those are my observations. The other observations I had already happened. I don't think that Lucinda really likes Mert, but she is starting maybe like him a little bit. I think that Tyreek likes KK and probably lots of other people too, but we'll start there. And they had a secret kiss, okay? So that happened. Chris, my theory, honestly, is that he is traumatized from the show that he was on. That's how I feel. I thought I heard him say that KK moves too fast for him. That's when he was pretending to be asleep, which is what he was doing with Huda. I heard him say to her, you jumped on me and kissed me. You jumped and sat on me and kissed me. And it seems like he has some type of problem with aggression. And I do feel, I hope he still has therapy from season 7, because that's what I think, that's what I see. Outside of him having being very strange and have a strange personality, those are my thoughts. I could be wrong, but we never talk about men and how they feel about things, and that's how I feel about Chris, because especially when his mother came on the show and he grabbed her and was crying, like, I'm still not over that. Okay, so anyways, I love Soline. Is her name Soline? I love her. She's funny. And she did something with the covers in her bed. Like, she is hilarious. She likes Isaiah, but I'm going to make him work for it. Isaiah is not into Nicola, and so he's checking out, and he shouldn't check out. Yes, these people seem more focused on romance in the games, and you have to think about the games and strategy. Ace would have been really good in this show, I think. I don't know. But it's very important in this. Not so much on Love Island, the regular. Um, Andriana was like crying and she can't believe what happened. I thought maybe it was a strategy, but maybe it's not. I think she seems like, she's Brazilian. She's going to be like, but yeah, she's really a soft girl. And she's struggling. And I'm surprised, but I knew there's no way they would kick her off the show. I just see her as a main character, and I hope she can kind of rebuild some of that. And of course, we find out about Johnny and Justine, and Andriana and Charlie have to go off in a secret in the morning. And Charlie, who I've already said is dry as a chip, and I still feel he's dry as a chip, but I think he tried to come on the show with like more of an attitude. He goes to meet Justine and he's like, who are you? He doesn't know who Justine is, which is crazy because it's the queen. Justine, Johnny and Adriana have a history. They've already dated. They've kissed. I love that for the plot of the show. And anyway, they decide who they're going to duel or fight or do a game with. And it ends up that Charlie and Justine decide that they are going to go against Nicola and Isaiah. And Nicola's like, bring it on. And Johnny and Adriana decide that they're going to go against Garby and Kendall. But I think Johnny is doing that because he wants Garby to be his partner. And end of the story is that Justine and Charlie actually lose to Nicola and Isaiah. Isaiah's checked out, but Nicola, she cheers him on. Garby and Kendall, they lose to Johnny and Adriana, and Johnny and Adriana have really good chemistry, and Johnny was really good with the coaching for her, so they made a really good team. Long story short, so the necklace is, Andrea gets to lose her necklace. Charlie still has his on, and it's him and Kendall. I have no thoughts on Kendall. a lot of people don't like him. This is what I think about Kendall. I think what happened to him on his season, I think he has a lot of issues that he has to deal with and that he hasn't dealt with. And that's how I feel. I feel like he's never authentically him and whoever that is. And so that's what I think about him with Garby. I know he doesn't know she's a virgin, but there's something about Kendall that just never feels natural or relaxed. And I think it's hard for him to just be himself. So maybe the games will help him figure out who he is, but he's definitely got a lot going on, and that's what I see when I look at him. Anyways, he does good with Garby. He does get a little bit frustrated, but you know what? They're like a pretty good team. And in the end, they have to stand behind either Kendall or Charlie. And most people stand behind Kendall. And so Charlie has to go home. Ta-ra, Charlie, ta-ra. And that's what happened. And now I can't wait for tonight's episode. And that's what's up.